Good afternoon, my awesome and wonderful viewers, and thank you very much for joining me on yet another interesting edition of the Sports Smarts, the ultimate question and answer challenge. I will be your main host for today. My name is Chisenga Mwape, otherwise your very own sports combo journalist. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so very much excited to be guiding you through quite an exciting journey of sports trivia and knowledge. But before Tatulalanda Sana, before we talk more, allow me to take a brief pause and we'll be back shortly. Thank you so much, my awesome and wonderful viewers, for still staying with us on this very nice episode of the Sports Smarts, the ultimate question and answer challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is going to be a very interesting episode because I'm not hosting this show alone today in the studio. I am hosting it with a very interesting, a very intelligent, a very smart man when it comes to the sports fraternity. Ladies and gentlemen, on this one, let me stick to my protocol and say, no matter how powerful my intro can be, I can't best introduce my co-host the way he can introduce himself. Ladies and gentlemen, at this particular moment in time, allow me to give this opportunity to my co-host to introduce himself to the viewers. Mr. Kalonde.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Please, your floor is yours.
Chitemwiko, Kalonde, the voice of excellence, the loved one. And I'm so excited to be part of this amazing Sports Smart show. I'm your co-host. Yeah, well.
You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of excellence. Yeah, I almost missed out that if I was the one doing the introduction. Definitely. Otherwise, sir, it's good to have you on the Sports Smart.
Likewise.
Today, sir, our main interest will be on the Zambian Premier League. We're going local, sir. Flag.
Trust me, I'm a big
We're
fan.
Going local.
I'm a big fan of the Zambian soccer. So
yeah, and I think it's elevating. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah. I'm loving the way they are coming out. More especially these two teams that are fighting for the first two positions. That is, Power Dynamos and Red Arrows.
Yes.
I'm so excited because I'm a Power fan. I'm a Power Dynamos fan.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah, so I love the way Power Dynamos played. We won yesterday.
Let's talk about that same game, Mr. Kalonde. So Power Dynamos was playing Green Buffaloes at the Arthur Davis Stadium in Kitwe.
Yeah.
The match that took place yesterday.
I love the fact that we played very well. The tension was high. The atmosphere was great. But it wasn't just an easy 3 points win, but we tried our level best to win the game.
It was a difficult game in the second half because you guys scored like 3 goals in the first half, and then the second half was just more of defending and everything, and Green Buffaloes stayed strong.
It was more of defending, knowing the fact that we've already won and we are just supposed to maintain that. Though we needed to put some more goals, because this title race is kind of tight, knowing it's the toughest competition that I've seen so far.
Really?
I know there are a number of people that are into Premier League and other stuffs. I love the margin from the other side, but let's stick to Zambian soccer. Loco is Laka.
As they say, ladies and gentlemen, Loco is Laka. To our viewers, we're not leaving you behind. Please feel free to to comment in the comment section, and we'll be there to interact with you, because this is an interactive conversation that we're having right here on the Information and Communications University television. That's ICUTV on Facebook. Not forgetting the main page, that's the Information and Communications University. Also on the Zambia Research and Development Center, that's ZRADC on Facebook. Mr. Kalonde, the second game that took place yesterday was Mutondo Stars versus Zesco United. So before the game, what was like your anticipation towards the game?
Trust me, I was expecting Zesco to win that.
Oh yeah?
Because Mutondo are now fighting the relegation. So it was a win for them. It was supposed to be a win, but it was quite unfortunate that they lost 1-0 at the Kafubu Stadium.
Yeah.
That's where I'm originally from, by the way.
Okay, Kafubu Stadium.
Yeah, so that game was supposed to be a win for Zesco, but they're having a challenge this season. I don't know what's happening. It seems like they have good players. They have the likes of Kabaso Chongo,
the experienced players,
Bazo Ngonga, and who's this? So many good players that they have, but it seems like one of the interviews that I watched a few weeks ago, the coach emphasized to say Alex Ngonga and Kelvin Kampamba, they are not they are not really at their peak, so that's why they are not really consistently being featured in the games. But they have good players. They have good quality players. The only thing that they are missing is what's what's the situation behind the ground?
Yeah, well, it's still a tough race.
Yeah, a tough race, the tight competition, and tomorrow.
Yes.
If we talk about tomorrow, because
what game are we talking about? What's in your
tomorrow?
Mr.
I'm talking about Zanaco versus Cowboy Warriors.
A big game.
Big game. Definitely a big game.
A big game.
You
don't mention it in front of the people, Mr. Kalonde. Let's stick to the analysis over the game.
So Zanaco, I think from Zanaco they are playing well. They're behind, I think, by 37 points. And I'm loving the gameplay. And Cowboy Warriors on the other side, they won the last match that they had with I've forgotten the team, but they won by 1 goal.
1 goal to nil. Yes,
it was an impressive play. But the issue at hand is the top 3. Just after Red Arrows and
Power Dynamos.
We have Zanaco with 37 points.
Yes.
We also have Brave Unchanga Rangers 5.
Yes.
With same points. Mufulira Wanderers on the
not forgetting them.
They are playing so
Havana mine. So still on the Zanaco Cowboy Warriors game, it's going to be a very difficult game looking at the fact that to be played at the Godfish Talu Stadium. And whenever Cowboy Warriors is playing at that particular stadium, it's always massive. Fans come out in numbers to support the team. And looking at the fact that Zanaco has been impressive, so Cowboy Warriors are also looking into that. Because Zanaco played their last game against Nkana and they managed to beat them by 2 goals to nil. Thanks to goals by Elia Mandanj. Do you watch Elia Mandanj? Like, he's been superb.
That guy, he's been playing well. Though, I wasn't expecting Zanaco to win that match against Nkana. Nkana, I was watching Nkana from training session, how they were performing. I would watch reels, and it's really bad that their coach has been sacked. The coach plus the assistant coach, that is Mr. Christopher Katongo, they've been fired. But I was expecting that game to be a win for Nkana, because Nkana now has lost three games in a row. And since the AFCON qualifiers break, they were winning consistently.
About 5-4. So
yes, they were winning they played very well. But these 3 games, they've been a disappointment to a number of fans.
Well, it's football. It cannot be called a disappointment. It's football. It happens. It happens. So to our viewers, you're still watching us live on the Information and Communications University. That's ICUTV on Facebook. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section so that we get to hear your views over the Zambian Premier League. Like we've said, today we just do it locally. Today under Zambian Premier League and anything to do with the local side of football. So, Mr. Kalonde, after tomorrow again, it's going to be a very big day tomorrow. It's packed. It's a packed Saturday, I would say. The second game will be Kansanshi Dynamos. Now talking about Havana Mine, Mufulira Wanderers.
Mufulira Wanderers and Kansanshi Dynamos.
Yes. So the last game, they won 1-0. So they are going into this game with a win. With that hope of saying they can still be motivated and beat Kansanshi Dynamos. What's your take over the game?
They will definitely win Kansanshi Dynamos. The team is not really organized compared to the way it was last season. But if they are not careful, they might stick to the same 3 points, or perhaps they stick to they go with a point. But it's a tight competition, because 37 points, about 3 teams in the Z Premier League are having 37 points. So it's a tough competition. It's a competition where none of the teams wishes to lose. So I'm sure Mufulira Wanderers is going to win this game. I'm loving this Saturday. I can't lie to you. Tomorrow I'm just going to do
it's going to be a packed Saturday for
6
football
games.
fans.
No.
It's going to
be. They are quite a lot.
Let's go to the second game. What's the other game?
We have FC Muza versus Red Arrows.
The champions. I wouldn't say the champions, but the top leaders of the league at the moment. Because there was a fan I met, I remember last week, and he told me to say, Kali, not winner Kali Rigi. Not winner Kali Rigi. So I was thinking to say, not winner Kali Rigi. Gentlemen, Rigi should be on, but not winner Kali Rigi. So,
Dynamos.
Red Arrows, Muza FC.
We have Power Dynamos fighting Red Arrows on the other hand. But I think Red Arrows can do something. But Muza is not a team that you can just easily underrate.
Maestro United Zambia.
You can't underrate that team. You can't. So it's a 50-50 game. But I'm sure. My predictions right now, I think you've noticed that I'm talking about win-win. But it's a tight competition. FC Muza is not a team that you can just easily beat. I'm sure it's going to be a draw. I'm sure.
It's going to be a
they'll be home. They'll be at
the Nakambala Stadium in Mazabuka. It's always packed.
Yeah, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. That team doesn't really easily give points for free.
Especially when they're playing in Mazabuka. They don't.
So
it's always a tough encounter.
It's going to be a tough game tomorrow, Red Arrows. But we're wishing both teams all the best.
To our viewers, you're still watching us live on the Information and Communications University. And right about now, we'll go on another short break. Please, please, please. Not to kufunyako. Continue watching the Information and Communications University Sports Smarts here at the Information and Communications University Television. That's ICUTV. We'll go on a short break and we'll be back shortly.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwalamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICUTV Breakfast Show.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwalamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICUTV Breakfast Show.
Right, welcome back to the Sports Smart, your only show that we get to talk about exciting things, more to be specific, that is soccer. And I'm your co-host, Chitemwiko. And before we go any further, allow me to talk about the things that is interesting right now. In case you're joining us, we are talking about the Zambian Soccer League, the match day 23. Let's talk about the Nchanga Rangers against Mines United.
Kuchingola, Mines United.
Brave Nchanga Rangers.
So I think about this game, my analysis will be Nchanga will carry the day. Because looking at the fact that Mines United, they haven't been performing according to their best. As it stands, they're sitting bottom of the log, which I feel like they still have a lot of things. They're fighting the relegation, and I believe they need to pull up their tokens so that maybe they can be on number 16, 16, 15, so that they can just maintain that Zambian Premier League standard. Otherwise, as it stands, my prediction will be simple. I think Nchanga Rangers will carry the game.
Yeah. Besides, I love the fact that you said that Nchanga Rangers are going to win the game. Mines United just recently graduated from winning the National League to the Premier League. So they're not really familiar. Then on the other hand, Nchanga Rangers can't allow Mines United to win because last week they lost by I think 2 goals to 1. Dynamos. So it's not a game that they're going to allow to lose at the Nchanga Rangers stadium. No.
Yeah. So otherwise, for Nchanga Rangers, I believe it's going to be a must-win game. Looking at the fact that they went down to Power Dynamos. Of course, Power Dynamos is performing at their level best. They're a team that has been superb from the start of the Zambian Premier League, and they played Nchanga Rangers, and of course, it wasn't a day that Nchanga Rangers wished. But now they're going to have to get back to their winning ways after they play Mines United.
I think if they won that match, they would be fighting, but they would be behind by a point on top of the league. It would have been interesting. Unfortunately, they didn't manage. In fact, they wouldn't have managed because Power Dynamos on the other hand was also fighting for 3 points. So it's a tight competition. But away from that, there's also that is interesting that the team that doesn't really have a coach at the moment, that is Nkana FC. Versus Konkola Blades.
So I think, I wouldn't be judgmental in this game because I feel like it's going to be a very tough encounter. Looking at the fact that Nkana is coming back from a 2-0 loss to Zanaco FC, and then they'll be playing Konkola Blades, which is not an easy team to play with again. But looking at the fact that maybe they would want to prove, the players, of course, they would want to prove something, looking at the fact that their coach, you know what happened last night, so maybe they would want to just be informed and make sure to say they do what they can do best to carry 3 points.
Yes. For Nkana, the time the coach was appointed, They were fighting the relegation. But after he was appointed, they won most of the matches, and it's unfortunate that they lost these 3 games. Then I'm sure it's going to be a difficult game. Concordia Blades is not a team that you can just easily underrate.
Oh yeah, true.
They are doing well. They are doing their level best this season. I'm loving it.
To our viewers, to Chitemwiko, please feel free to just add the comment in the comment section to allow guys, so that we can get to hear what your views are concerning going towards these games, because tomorrow it's going to be a packed day, especially for Zambian football fans. It's going to be a packed day. I'm sure it's going to be a very busy day. Yes. So kulibali abakobati namkwata kwefya kuchita, please spare tomorrow, just tomorrow, for these big matches. Otherwise, they are going to make your day. Trust me, these teams are going to perform at their level best to just make sure that you have a beautiful day of Saturday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, sir, let's go to Sunday now. We still have some games that are going to take place. That's after tomorrow. We have Nkwazi versus Mtondo Stars.
Yeah, Nkwazi. Nkwazi and Mtondo won the game yesterday.
Yes,
they won Zesco. So we can't really underrate them. And Nkwazi, on the other hand, they'll be playing at their home ground. So I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a big game that people, especially people from the Kitwe, the Mtondo Stars support, are expecting a lot. They can't just easily beat Zesco, then fail to beat Nkwazi. It's a 50-50 game.
Yeah, it is a 50-50 game. So fast forward, Napsa Stars, Green Buffaloes. Green Buffaloes going into this game with a loss to Power Dynamos, of course, and then they'll be playing Napsa Stars. Your take over this game?
I think Napsa Stars is going to win this match. Napsa Stars is going to win. I'm looking at the type of format and the way they are coming. In as much as I haven't been really updated in terms of Napsa Stars, I know definitely to say they are going to win.
Of course, it's going to be a tough game. And then Sunday, do you know? I think I saw something on Facebook. I was even wondering to say Zesco United was playing yesterday, right? And then they are playing again on Sunday. So this
like both Zesco United and
Power Dynamos. So I okay, to the viewers watching, just make us understand on this one, because I remember there was an argument. I'm following this Facebook page. I've just forgotten the name of the Facebook page. There was an argument over the same thing. They're like, these guys they're playing on Thursday and then they're playing again on Sunday.
Yeah.
Of which it's going to be, and it's a good thing that Power Dynamos is going into this game with a win. Now, talking about Zesco, they lost to Mtondo Stars, and then now they'll be playing Power Dynamos.
I think Zesco is having a pretty tough season this year. It's a tough season for them. It's a tough season. I think last season they played very well, because last season the people that were fighting the relegation, or the people that had the bad season, was Zanaco, and Zanaco is playing well.
Oh yeah.
They are doing great. And on the other hand, this game is not a game that you can underrate, because these guys are rivals in one way or the others. So
yeah, it's a big game already.
Yeah. Power Dynamos versus Zesco. Hoping to see Power do the
To that person who's just joining us, we're live on the Information and Communications University television. That's ICUTV on Facebook. Also not forgetting the Zambia Research and Development Center. That's the RDC. And if you're wondering to say, what are these people talking about? We're talking about the Zambian Premier League. This time around, we've just decided to local football. But do remember that the Sports Match is the program that comes to you every Friday at 16 hours, and it's not limited to local only. We also talk about some other leagues. We also talk about the Premier League, La Liga, Ligue 1. We talk about every type of league in the world. But this time around, we've just set this day, Friday 16th or 16th of March 2026, to be local-based discussion with my co-host, Mr. Chitemwiko Kalonde. And I believe you are also having a good day like we are having with Mr. Chitemwiko Kalonde. So talking about the territories, Power Dynamos are leading the league with 45 points from 21 matches. How has been their performances?
I think Power Dynamos has been performing very well, in as much as they have just lost 2 games in the league. But they are one of the people that are performing well, and they've conceded only 10 goals this season. So it's a good performance. Last season they won the title race. I'm hoping the best for them. I'm hoping the best for them. I know we are online. People are watching this, but I'm a Power Dynamos supporter. So
Mr. Kalonde just said it, that is a Power Dynamos. Vakukitu abangamamo na Fiat Power Dynamos. Which Fiat Davis Stadium kitu. Otherwise, to our viewers, we're just going to go on a short break, and we'll be back shortly.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. Like I earlier mentioned, we're live on the Information and Communications University. That's ICUTV on Facebook, not forgetting the Zambia Research and Development Center, that's ZRDC on Facebook. And the Sports Smarts is a program that comes to you live every Friday at 16 hours. So, on Friday, 16 hours, please, the Sports Smarts will be there to educate you, or maybe to just get to make you understand on the previous games that took place the other week and the games that are going to take place the very week. So please, 16 hours, just make sure that you tune into the Information and Communications University television, that's ICUTV on Facebook. We just get to have a discussion about football. Mr. Kalonde, I think let's get it, since we're still talking about the local football. So the Information and Communications University, that's ICU, computer boys, not just the computer boys, but every discipline here at the Information and Communications University, talking about the sports fraternity, will be taking part in the 2026 Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games. Zusa, I think somewhere they call Zusa Bagam.
No, I'm a Zusa fan. I love games. I love local football.
Oh yeah.
So when we talk about local football, we are not just including the Zambian Premier League,
oh yeah,
also the universities at large.
Yeah.
We are still students.
Because we build players from universities and everything. Because it's not everyone who just has that passion of saying, some people still have that passion of maybe venturing there, or maybe just studying their dream career. Some people are doing mass communication, some people are doing business administration, but after they finish doing that, they continue and maybe achieve their biggest dreams that they've always wanted to do, is playing football. So the Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games ZUSA 2026 is taking place at the Mulungushi University, starting on the 24th of March all the way up to the 29th of March 2026. Mr. Kalonde, Mulungushi University won the last ZUSA. This time around, I think now some teams are trainer. What's your anticipation going towards the ZUSA?
First of all, I'll start with the team that is near the ICUTV studio.
Okay.
That is the computer boys.
The computer boys.
ICU team. Last season, the performance wasn't that good, but I'm hoping the best for them. Because last season, last time they played the ZUSA tournament, they came out of the group. They were on the third position.
At Mulungushi.
Yes. So they lost that. They lost their final game with Eden University.
Okay.
1-0. Then pardon me, Mukuba University won 1-0, and they played very well. It's just that I think the momentum was lost after they lost 5 goals to
Mulungushi University.
It was a bad day for them, but I'm hoping they are the best for them, because the previous tournaments that they've been having, that is the ZUSA tournament, they've been doing well. They've never gone out of the group, like leaving the tournament in the group stages. So it was sad for them, because nobody was expecting that.
They've been advancing to the semis, quarterfinals. And
on the other hand, there was Mulungushi University, which people started calling the PSG of the ZUSA University, because they've never won they've never won the ZUSA tournament. That was what I was told. Then coming well, by then PSG had won the UEFA Champions League, and I loved how one of the Mulungushi players, that is Bobby, played. He played very superstar. Very well, and by chance I met him in Kitwe at the Mtondo Stars stadium, where he was.
So he's from Kitwe?
I'm not sure, but they were doing trials.
Okay.
He was doing trials. He was under the team. Mtondo Stars was playing against. I've forgotten the team.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the team that he was playing for. I don't know if it's Forest, but the team is from Ndola.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I met him there, and got a chance to see Kevin Kampamba. It was a great tournament, and I loved but that time he wasn't playing as a number 9; he was playing number 8. Yeah, but away from that, what is your expectation for this ZUSA tournament?
Well, I think it's going to be a very difficult and interesting tournament at once, because I'm looking at the teams, because I've been interactive with most of the players, most of the universities, not forgetting NIPA University. NIPA, they've made a very good team, because I once attended one of their training sessions, and these guys are training very well, and they are, from the players, they were telling me to say they are ready and they are well much equipped for this tournament. What they're saying we're not going to play. The only thing we're going to do at Mulungushi is bring the trophy at the university.
Nice.
So yes, I love how hopeful the players are and how much confident they are. Looking at the fact that they're saying the incoming of new students who are playing very well, so they are enforcing their striking force so that they can be scoring more goals towards the game. And also, Mr. Kalonde, looking at the fact that the time Mulungushi University won the same ZUSA games when they hosted it, they had, I don't know if it was the management or maybe it was just the team, they had brought in a legendary player, Kabaso Chongo, and just to get to have a word with them, encourage them going towards the final against Copperbelt University. Do you think it's a good idea that maybe a lot of universities should be doing most, maybe when they're doing their training sessions, they just invite this professional player to just come, have a word with them, and maybe just encourage them going towards the tournament?
It is. They say everything big goes once more.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine one of the big media gurus visiting ICUTV almost every week. That would be a motivation, and it wouldn't just be a motivation, but you would be learning something in one or the other. So it didn't just bring motivation to them, but it brought certain ideas and certain aspects. Because that game that they were playing against Copperbelt University, Copperbelt University is not a team that you can underrate. I think they won the independence.
They won the independence, so they were going to Mulungushi as champions of the independence tournament.
So it wasn't an easy game for Mulungushi University, and this thing of bringing players visiting universities, it's a good thing. It's helpful to so many people. People lose focus when they are having such games. People get drained. So that thing of bringing players, international players or big players, it's helpful to so many people. It's helpful, really motivating and really encouraging. I'm sure there were some tactics that was brought up by Kabaso Chongo, because Kabaso Chongo is not an ordinary player. So
so cross borders.
So it will definitely help. It will definitely help. And I think after the show, trust me, I'll talk to one of the players by ICU and tell them to say, guys, make a follow-up to bring someone who is doing well in the Zambian Premier League. Connect yourself to big people so that it can be easy for you, because right now the team is not really doing well, but I'm hoping the best for them.
All right, so tomorrow these guys will be going at DMI St. Eugene University. They're going to be competing against teams the likes of Apex Medical University, DMI St. Eugene University. Your words towards the games tomorrow, do you think the guys are competent enough to compete against such teams? Because it starts from there. Because these are the teams that they are going to meet even when they go at ZUSA. Maybe they might be grouped in the same group with DMI St. Eugene University, and they are playing them tomorrow. So what's your encouragement to the team? Do you think they should take tomorrow's game as a very serious game to just learn how to play DMI St. Eugene University in those ways and some other teams?
Yes. It's in football you don't really underrate any team. Then DMI University as a St. Eugene, it's not a small team. The last time they played the independence tournament, they lost to St. Eugene by 3 goals to 2. And they equalized in the last 6 minutes. That's how ICU lost to them, and they were supposed to go in the finals. So it's a big game. They shouldn't consider DMI to be a small team in one or the other. In as much as they've never really won the title race of the ZUSA, they still have to definitely bring in their A game, because St. Eugene is also doing well in as much as they've never lost the game. They say, like I said earlier, to say everything big goes once more and every step counts. So they should definitely do their level best, more especially ICU. Should do their best.
To our viewers, we're not leaving you behind. We're still live on the Information and Communications University television. That's ICUTV on Facebook. Also on the Zambia Research and Development Center. That's ZRDC on Facebook. And to our viewers, we're now talking about the Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games, ZUSA, which is like the biggest tournament which brings together different universities in one space to just compete for that trophy. And Mr. Kalonde, I feel like ZUSA is regarded as one of the biggest tournaments when it comes to universities coming together. And I feel like this is something that a lot of players should be taking seriously, especially those players who have that passion of still continuing their football journeys, even when they're done with universities. Because I know that university can be a bit stressing. You have to balance up books and everything. But if it's in you, if you're passionate about something, if the baller thing is in you, trust me, don't go out of you. So I feel like these are competitions that they need to be taking seriously. Because I think the first day, there's always people from the Ministry of Youth, Arts and Sports observing. So they can spot you out from there and say, because when you talk about the University of Zambia, I think Unza are some players who are playing in the Zambian Premier League. They're still students there. So I feel like with the players, this is just an encouragement. Please take the Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games, or some of you may call it ZUSA, very seriously, because you don't know who's watching. That's what I was told. And that's what I know to say. You don't know who's watching. So take everything that you're doing, like Mr. Kalonde said, never underrate any team. It's the same thing with whichever competition you're playing, whichever match you're playing, just take it seriously. Give it your level best. You don't know who's watching and you don't know what might happen the following day. To our viewers, we're still live on the Information and Communications University, and right about now, we're going to go on our last break and we'll be back shortly.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
All right, welcome back to the Sports Smart Show, where we get to share about so many ideas. To be specific, that is soccer. Yeah, if you're a lover of soccer, please watch us every Friday at 16 a.m. every day. So before we wrap up the show, Mr. Steve, what do you think about the Z Premier? Anyway, away from that, I'll hold my thought for that.
Okay.
And hold your thought as well. So we are still under the ZUSA tournament. We haven't talked about basketball.
Okay.
What do you think about the basketball? To be specific, for ICU team, the Gorillas, do you think they're going to do their level best? Because last time they came out of the semi-finals. What do you think about the basketball team?
All right, so talking about the Gorillas, or some of you may call them the Silverbacks, I feel like they have a good team. They're very good players, but I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, because I think I had a conversation with one of their diehard supporters, and they were telling me to say, I feel like they have a good team, but they have been known to a lot of universities to say these are the specific players who play when they're starting. Yes. Of course, when you look at their record, they've been playing well.
Yes.
The time they played in Mulungushi University, I think they were knocked out in the quarterfinals. As well heading to the University of Zambia for the Independence Games, they were knocked out in the semi-finals by Lusaka Pex Medical University. So looking at the statistics, they've been playing well, and they still have a good team.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know what's missing, but otherwise they have very good players. Now, there's some players that I would specifically mention about the Information and Communications University Gorillas. I think there's some players that are well known by these other universities, whereby when it's a game, the focus will just be on those players. Yeah. So I don't know how tactical these guys are supposed to be, because they know that these players are capable of doing magic when the game is being played. And I've become a very big basketball fan, Sometimes I even get to go watch just games at NASDAQ. It's because of the Information and Communications University Gorillas. They've made me a very big basketball fan. So I feel like they still have a good team, and they have all what it takes to just become champions of the Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games. Yes.
And I think the last time for the ZUSA tournament, I'm not really into basketball, but there are times when I just pass by, I would watch. Yeah. So there's this team, Unza team.
Oh yeah,
they're doing well. They're doing well. We also have the team by Zikas, Nipa. These are the teams that are quite challenging in the ZUSA tournament. Basketball.
Unza is actually the defending champions.
Yes. So imagine all those things. And I watched the semi-final. Unza played against Kapasa Makasa University. Okay. And one of the people that, just like you mentioned earlier, one of the people, they were just marking one person. And that person was a key player of the Kapasa Makasa University team. And unfortunately, the team lost. So it's a tough competition when it comes to basketball. But wishing the Coliras like all the best. Then like I told you earlier, we are wrapping up. So
how I wish we can spend the whole day.
Let's talk about the Zambian soccer league. The top scorers.
Wow, it's very interesting. It's good that I almost forgot about that, Mr. Kalonde. Thank you very much for bringing that up. Yeah. I think it's very competitive. Looking at the fact that Elia Mandanji stands on 7 goals and he's coming in, so he's scoring in each and every game. And then the top scorer, Albert Kangwanda, with 10 goals.
Yeah.
And then there's another, I think, who's coming in with 9 goals.
Power Dynamos.
What's his name?
Moses Shuma.
Yeah, it's
9 goals behind
Albert Kangwanda.
So it's a tight competition. Then on the other hand, we have several players that are still with 3 goals behind. That is 7 goals. We have Potembo from Konkola Blades.
Oh yeah.
Seth Sakala Cowboy Warriors and Joseph Wakalia Kailia. The Mtondo players.
Yeah, Mtondo Stars.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, despite of the team not performing well, but he still stands up and scores.
Then on the other hand, Cowboy Warriors is the only team that is having two scorers that are in the.
Oh, Saif Sakala.
Seth Sakala and Francis Banda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these guys are doing the most. Not to forget the other person who's behind them, that is Collins Sikombe from Green Eagles. Yeah.
Mr. Kalonde, sorry to cut you short. Have you ever taken time to just watch a Cowboy Warriors game, like how they play from maybe the first minute to the last minute?
No, but
please do so. You're missing out, Mr. Kalonde. You're missing out. Cowboy Warriors is playing very good.
I will watch this match.
Football.
I will watch the match that they are playing
against Zanaco.
Yeah,
of course, it's starting on a high note. You're watching a very big game that's taking place tomorrow.
So definitely. And before we wrap up, there's a team. I mean, there's new information that was just recently recorded yesterday to say Zambia national team has appointed the new interim coach. That is
George Chicken Wandamina.
Yeah. So what can you say about it?
Well, I was looking at the statistics. The time he was once the Chipolopolo coach, so it's not the first time.
And he was coaching 2 teams.
Oh, and Zesco.
Yes, Zesco and Zambia. So they told him to say choose between Zesco and Zambia national team, and he chose Zesco. So I wonder the love that he has for the Zambian soccer league. Has he resigned from Changa Rangers?
That's my question.
Because from the sources that I got, that is global Zambian football news, they said that he has been appointed as a interim coach.
Yeah.
So it's not really, he hasn't really been fully appointed as Zambian coach. So
but of course, but it's the news that's making round on social media.
Yeah, that's a good part. It's a good thing. We have a coach who is experienced and he is very familiar with the Zambian soccer league. Well, I love how he's bringing the players from the team in Changa Rangers. They are doing well all because of him, and you can tell the impact that he has left by Zesco United. That he's a good coach. He has left a gap. Big thing for them. So it's a good thing.
I think it's all the best for the Chipolopolo.
Yeah, Steve,
with Coach George Chicken Wandamina.
Yeah.
To our viewers, I think ATM to Landa goodbye. Taiwa Mamandini, ATM to Landa goodbye. Otherwise, Mr. Kalonde, it's been a very interesting conversation having you on set.
It has been a great conversation being with you, Mr. Mwape. I've been encouraged. There's a lot. There's a lot.
We still have a lot to talk.
That you have to say goodbye. Just hits me.
You see, maybe you haven't lost of weight now. That you have to tell the viewers that we'll be leaving the set.
Yeah. But they should definitely join us next week Friday.
To our viewers, the Sports Smarts is a show that comes to you live on the Information and Communications University. That's the main page. Also, not forgetting the Information and Communications University Television, ICUTV, and last but not the least, the Zambia Research and Development Center, that's the ZRDC. I have been your main host, Stephen Chisenga Mwape, alongside Mr. Chitemwiko Kalonde, and we gave you the very best of the Sports Smarts. Until next time, catch us right here in the ICUTV studios next week Friday, same time, same place. Otherwise, for now, it's a goodbye.
Goodbye.